you're working on a knitting pattern that's going to require more than one ball of yarn or two colors, if you're working a striped pattern, you're going to need to know how to add that new color or ball of yarn as you work. For example, it might be a striped scarf, or maybe you're working on a baby blanket that will require several balls of yarn. I'm going to show you how to do that. So I've already knitted some rows here. One of the beginner projects I use is a striped dishcloth. So that's what I'm working on here. I have just finished all of the rows that I need for this color, and I need to switch to my new color. So to add that new ball of yarn, I'm going to take the yarn that I was working with and just hold it in my left hand along with the stitches here. So I'm just holding that piece of yarn there with my pinky, holding it down along with the stitches on my needle that I'm about to work into. I'm going to pick up my new yarn. I'm going to add this bluish gray color here. And I'm going to insert my needle into that first stitch. And all I'm going to do here is loop that yarn over that needle. So it's just laying over the needle. I'm holding it here so it doesn't slide around or pull through. And I'm going to knit into that stitch with my new color. I haven't tied any knots, I haven't done anything else. I just have my tail here and my working yarn here. I'm going to hold my tail down to the best of my ability here and knit into the next stitch. So I'm going to use my thumb to kind of hold that tail down. And I'm going to wrap my working yarn around that needle and knit the next stitch. I'm going to go into the next stitch and knit that. Now I don't have to really hold on to this tail any longer. It will stay in place and shouldn't pull through. I will continue to knit across this row with my new color. I can also release my previous color or my previous ball of yarn as well as I knit across this row. I'm almost to the end of my second row here with my new color. You're going to notice right here is that first loop where I added that piece of yarn. It's going to be really loose, and that's okay. I don't like to have knots in my knitting if I can avoid it, and that's why I don't tie a knot here on the end. If that makes you nervous, you can do that. You could always untie it later. Okay, you could tie the new piece to the existing ball of yarn or the new color to the existing color, and then undo that knot later if that makes you feel safer that you're not going to lose your stitches. However, I just go ahead and I knit into that stitch. Okay, so I have this big loop sticking out here, but all I have to do is gently pull on this piece of yarn and then gently pull on the one below it, and those will tighten up and I can weave them in later.